5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry, banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. We are waiting for my man Bart Scott, just finishing up Get Up, looking dapper on TV. But, you know, he's got to fit the Bart Scott description. Strolling late. I'm sure he's going to be chomping on some leftovers. But we're going to get it popping today, going until 12:30. Hit us up, 800-919-3776. We are in the YouTube app, streaming live on YouTube, ESPN New York. Make sure you give us a subscription. And hit us up in the comments. I want to hear from y'all. What's up? What y'all got to say? So come via the phone lines, 800-919-3776, and via YouTube in the comments. Let's get it popping, y'all. Going till 12:30, as I said, at Bart and Carlin, at Bart Scott 57, at Ty D Butler is where you can find us on social media. And we've got an action-packed day. A lot of football. The Knicks in a cup game tonight. Anyone care about the NBA Cup? No? Tom Bauer shaking his head. He's like, no chance. Do people actually care about the NBA Cup? There's significance to this game just from the standpoint of it looks like Giannis is back from Milwaukee. And remember the last time the Knicks played the Bucks, they lost. Giannis destroyed them. No Mitchell Robinson in that game. Maybe he'll play tonight, maybe not. Or he's still load managing. But a good test case for the Knicks against the best player in the Eastern Conference. So I'm excited to watch that. We'll talk about that. Baseball, of course, on the table. The Yankees and the Mets. Looks like the Mets might be getting close to signing Valdez. We'll see if that actually materializes. But I'm excited to talk to y'all. And I don't know if you guys have seen on our ESPN New York social account, we've got this seating chart that was put out yesterday, like a Thanksgiving table seating chart. And I'm at a table with Michael Kay and Peter Rosenberg. And if you go through the comments, there's just like no happy medium. There's either you love table 3 or you detest table 3. I can't figure out if I have anything to do with that, but people are just like, yo, definitely sitting at that table. And I think that has more to do with just the love for Michael. He's the face of the radio station, so people want to sit at the table with Michael Kay. I understand that. Then there's just a lot of like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to sit there. So weigh in on that. If you go to our Instagram page, ESPN New York, there's a seating chart. Yo, show some love to table 3. Come on, y'all. We're in the holidays. You don't want to have a conversation with Kay, Rosenberg, and Ty? That sounds fun. And we give you, like, you know how we talk about the 3 levels of NFL defense? We give you 3 different generations. Kay's the elder statesman. You got Rosenberg, who now's got a child, but he's still hanging there in the 40s. And then you've got me, the young buck. I think I'm the youngest guy at the station. I don't know how old Jake Asman is, but I might be the youngest guy at the station. So I think that leads to just some nuanced, interesting conversation. People who know me would also know that I've got takes on just about everything. And I'm not afraid to back down. So if Kay or Rosenberg, they have like a strong stance on something, I'm coming in guns blazing. I've got conviction. I've got confidence. I've got knowledge. And, I can rap to Kay about the Yankees. I can, delve into the music with Rosenberg. So there's a lot that can happen there. We can I don't know if people want to hear about this, but I've got some political takes. I know my man Tom Bauer's interested in what I have to say on the political side. Right? So I think that's a fun table. Now, a part of this exercise feels like lame. Like do you really? It's like when you have a joke, and if you got to sit up there and explain the joke, it's not funny. If I've got to convince you, the viewing or listening audience, we have all these tables, and I have to, like a presidential candidate, campaign on why you should sit at my table, isn't that kind of lame?
That you have to campaign for your own table?
You said what?
You're saying it's lame that you have to campaign for your own table.
Yeah, it's kind of lame that you can't, and we shouldn't be judging books by its cover, but you see Ty, Kay, and Rosenberg at a table, that's a popping table. The fact that I've got a campaign on behalf of the table is kind of lame.
I think what you need is Michael campaigning for you guys, because that's what really gets the message out there. Unless you're going to go on like some sort of like Obama run where you have to make an appearance on Oprah and then you can kind of get the stock going, then maybe you'll get something.
I like the Obama analogy because, Obama was a young black senator coming up in Chicago. I'm a young black dude coming up in Queens. So I see what you did there.
Yeah. Now, that said, I'm on table 4 all day, every day.
All right, can I get an expert? I promise you guys, we'll get to the sports. I've got a lot to say about what we watched yesterday in the NFL and how it ties into the Jets and the Giants. But I am very fascinated to know, so why are you choosing table 4?
So table 4, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the Rick Carlin and Jake Asman table.
Correct.
That would the conversations that would go on at that table would just get so offhand that's like you're watching a comedy movie, I feel like. So I enjoy comedy movies, and I enjoy conversations that just go completely sideways and make people feel uncomfortable, because that's just the type of humor that I'm with. So I think the conversation alone would mean I'd want to be at that table.
I just wonder, and this is just, I don't know if I'm right to, I don't know if this is the correct criticism. I just wonder, does it work when both guys are trying to be funny?
Yeah, I think it can be, because you can have more than one funny man in the room.
But I just feel like the Dave and Rick combo works. Dave is naturally funny, but he'll take a back seat and allow Rick to do his thing and sort of, be a punching bag, which also works with Carlin because of the whole weight thing. He can be a punching bag.
Wow.
I don't mean that disrespectfully. You always start something by saying respectfully. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that works. And then poor Jake Asman, is he going to be able to get a word in? Both those guys just like to talk a lot.
You say Carlin's a punching bag. I think Jake Asman would be like the kickboxing bag. You'd kick it, and it might fly right out of the room with all the really thunder that's coming down.
I don't know. I feel disrespected that you are in, and part of me appreciates your honesty. The fact that you're looking at me and saying, no, I am not sitting at your table, but it's cool. It's cool. Julian, did you have a table that you voted on sitting at?
I did not. To be honest, this is the first time looking at this post.
Wow, what a company guy.
Trying to spend family time yesterday. But out of all the tables, I'd probably say I'd sit at 3. That's insane. Silly, Kai.
What a company guy. What a company guy. He just he didn't sit, or he didn't see it. And I understand you're not a social media person. You're not perusing these platforms, especially because you're a family guy. But come on, Julian, you've got to give us something.
He just sided with your table, and you're criticizing him for it. Like, what are you doing here? If you're trying to politic for your table right now, you're doing a crappy job at it.
Now, let me be completely honest.
Might have to move.
I didn't actually hear his answer because, as people can see on YouTube, I'm struggling with my headphones. So I got my Beats that I carry with me, but I forgot the cord, and I asked you to bring a cord in, but the cord doesn't fit. So now I had to go to a secondary headset. I didn't hear what he actually said. But if he did indeed say my table, shout out to you, Julia. And that's why you're sitting in the producer chair today and not this, this poor excuse for an employee we have here at ESPN New York.
Wow.
800-919-3776. The chat going crazy, talking about the table situation. 800-919-3776. Weigh in on the chat as well. All right, so let's start to talk some sports. I thought it was an incredible slate. And, last night was disappointing in that as someone who picked the Ravens to win the game, someone who roots for Lamar, to see them just completely fall apart that way. But obviously you get Joe Burrow back. That just adds another, or not just another, but a few notches of interesting to the Bengals, who are now 4-8 and still technically have their season still alive. With all that said, the two biggest winners yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys and the AFC. So let's start with Dallas, who now in the span of 4 days have beaten both teams who were in the Super Bowl this past year, and both times did it in impressive fashions for different reasons and in different ways. So on Sunday, they spotted Philly a 21-0 lead, and then that defense and special teams helped them come back. Dak threw a party on Philly, but it was more impressive than that. The Eagles last scored points at the 11:32 mark of the second quarter when Hurts runs it in for a touchdown, and then they were done the rest of that game offensively. So credit to special teams that forced an Xavier Gibson turnover and the defense that locked up Jalen Hurts. That was impressive for Dallas to do that. And then yesterday was one of those games where you just felt like that overturned touchdown that would have put Dallas up in the fourth quarter by 10 was going to come back and haunt them, because they then had to settle for a field goal, and you just knew KC was going to score a touchdown on that ensuing possession, which they did. Mahomes marched the Chiefs down, gets the touchdown, and then Dak matches him. So for them to win those two games back-to-back in 4 days, to continue a season that, just 5 minutes ago felt like it was lost, got to give the Cowboys a lot of credit. I also thought that at the trade deadline, when they went out there and got Quinnen Williams, it didn't match up with the timeline of the team, because I didn't think that the team was good enough to be parting with first-round picks for Quinnen, who I obviously love as a Jet fan. But that was a win-now move for a Cowboys team that didn't feel like it was in a win-now situation. But I guess credit to Jerry Jones for facilitating that, because now that defense has looked far more impressive, and it has them sitting here today alive in the playoff hunt. And by the way, for all of the Dak is mid crowd, listen, and what might end up being the most televised regular season game in the history of the league, Dak Prescott yesterday outplayed Patrick Mahomes in what essentially was a playoff game for both teams. And Dak right now, I would argue, is a top 3 MVP candidate. It's Dak, Stafford, and Drake May. All the love in the world to Jonathan Taylor, but you get dinged because you're not a quarterback. That's just the reality of it, fair or unfair. But Dak's a top 3 MVP candidate. For all the people in this market, I want to say he's mid. I remember a couple years ago, maybe it was even last year, saying, you know what, if Dak is, with this contract situation, if he's made available, not that it would ever happen, but should the Giants be interested in him? A bunch of Giant fans called me up. Nope, he's mid. Can't win a big game. But that was a pretty big game yesterday. And he was excellent. After that interception on the opening drive, he was as close to perfect as you could possibly be, and solidified himself in that conversation with Stafford and Drake May as MVPs, candidates. Because if we're screaming about how dumb the Micah trade was, and it was dumb, and we're lighting this team up because how awful their defense is, when they sit here today as, I guess you could argue, the second scariest team, or maybe the third behind. I was going to say second behind the Rams, but if you want to throw the Seahawks above them as well, they're one of the top 3 scariest teams right now in the NFC. Someone has to get credit for that. And that someone should be the quarterback who keeps willing this team to victories. So that was one of, or they were one of the 2 biggest winners of the NFL on Thanksgiving yesterday. Second biggest winner, the AFC. Listen, I have these 2 thoughts, and they sound like they're conflicting, but they're not, and I'll explain. The Chiefs right now are not dangerous. They're not scary. Because as Mahomes talked about last night after the game, just as sure as they can beat any team, we saw them beat the Lions, like we saw them beat the Colts, they can also lose to any team. Like we saw them lose to the Jags, who, yes, are 7-4, but no one's all that impressed. When you're 6-6 and you're the 9th seed in Week 13, you're not a threat. But if they do somehow get into the playoffs, they can beat anyone. It would mean that they got red hot because they won out, and that underachieving defense that just can't stop committing penalties cleaned its act up. And now Mahomes is operating as close to peak, efficacy as possible. And that wide receiver corps, that wide receiver corps that, people kept flaunting. If you're a Chiefs fan, once they get Rashee Rice back, all of a sudden that core looks pretty good. And it's living up to the hype with Mahomes balling. And you put all those things together, and yes, if you're the number 2 seed, you're not elated to see the Chiefs in round 1. So again, as presently constructed, you are not dangerous if you're the Chiefs. I can't sit here and pretend at 6-6 when your only road win of the year is against the Giants with Russell Wilson. I can't act like this is some dangerous team that's about to go on a run. But if they do end up getting into the playoffs, it means they've gone on a run, and you're Denver or Indianapolis or New England and you're the 2 seed, you've got no interest in seeing them in round 1 at all. But I just can't, it's just startling to me. And I talked about this with Jake yesterday on the morning show. I can't envision a Chiefs team with Mahomes not in the playoffs. His worst case scenario has been AFC Championship game. To completely miss out on the playoffs, it's just confounding. They have the 6th best scoring defense. They have the best head coach quarterback combination in football. Kelsey, to his credit, looked cooked last year. Looked like he was done, and maybe it was all the concerts with Taylor. He looks like not peak Travis Kelsey, but significantly better than he was last year. And on top of that, and this is what makes the playoffs, or what will make the playoffs so fun, the AFC is just littered with all of these flawed teams. Flawed because they have legitimate issues or because they have unproven quarterbacks at the top. How is it possible that as we stare all of those things in the face, we sit here and the Chiefs are a better bet to miss the playoffs than they are to make it? It's crazy we live in a world like that, which is why all I could think about today are Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. You cannot squander this opportunity. The Bills last Thursday night, that is, I was going to say as bad as a performance as you could possibly have, but they've got a couple of those. They lost to the Dolphins. They then followed that up, by winning a game, but then went back to their losing ways, getting beat by Davis Mills. And then Lamar and the Ravens, all those turnovers last night, still a chance to win the game, still a chance to steal that one, and yet couldn't get it done. Because between his turnovers and the undisciplined play, with not being able to cross the damn goal line, protecting the football, I mean, how many times are we going to see that? The Ravens are a mess because even in the midst of the 5-game winning streak, that was a team that you looked at them and you said, they're leaky. They're just getting by. I was not impressed by Baltimore in that win against the Jets. The week before, they were trailing in the fourth quarter to Dylan Gabriel. So I just keep thinking about if you are Baltimore, if you are Buffalo, the one thing that has been standing in your way has been that guy in Kansas City. And if that guy in Kansas City finds himself on the outside looking in and you still can't take advantage of this opportunity, then it's one you're going to think about for a long time. It's similar to, remember the Jordan years in the 90s when it was either, I don't know if he either retired or he got suspended because of gambling, but that 2-year or year-and-a-half hiatus where, he wasn't in it. Like, if you're the Knicks fan, you're like, all right, here's our chance. They get to the finals. That young Magic team with Shaq and Penny, they get to the finals. Now, Olajuwon was able to cash in, but it's the same type of situation if you are Josh and Lamar, who've been winning MVPs, who have had these excellent regular seasons, great team records, but have just not been able to get over the hump because you can't beat that dude in Kansas City. This is the year. And if you squander that, I just don't have the confidence that when the Chiefs, because at some point they will get their act together, that you're going to be able to beat them. Now, obviously, they're still young enough that their window is open, but there's a lot of pressure, especially because, like, if the Bills get clipped early, McDermott could be gone. If the Ravens miss the playoffs, that could spell the end of the partnership between Harbaugh and that front office. So we could see some changes. There could be some ramifications. And that could have happened even if you lost to Mahomes in the playoffs. If that dude doesn't even make it and you still can't get it done, just imagine how frustrating that's going to be. 800-919-3776. Jackson Dart clears concussion protocol, so he will indeed start on Monday night against the New England Patriots. And when you're watching the Giants play that game, and if you're a Giant fan, of course, think to yourself, this is what the blueprint looks like and how it can quickly turn around. No one last year waxed poetic about Drake May. We were rightfully coordinating Jaden Daniels. We were rightfully criticizing Caleb Williams. And we were just caught in between of, just how good is Bo Nix? Those were the quarterbacks we were talking about. Drake May wasn't that big of a topic of conversation. Fast forward a year later, top 3 MVP candidate, number 1 in completion percentage and yards, 4th in touchdowns, number 3 in passer rating, and might be the number 1 overall seed, which is what happens when you get the head coach right, you nail the offensive coordinator, and you improve the roster around your young and talented quarterback. Sounds like a lot to do, I know. But at least the Giants, you feel good about some of those pieces being in place. Now, if we can just keep him off of social media, Malik Neighbors, stud. I know people don't want to see him at WWE events. Cam Scatterable, stud. Wandale as your number 3 receiver, I don't hate that. And then the defense that this year has never met a fourth quarter lead it didn't want to blow should be better. And year over year, those things improve. Like you see that the one-score games records change every single year, right? Like the Chiefs, who were dominant in one-score games, can't win a one-score game to save their life. That happened with the Bears last year. So I think that defense, when you improve the secondary and you just get a better defensive coordinator, should be significantly better than the product that we're seeing this year. But what you're going to watch on Monday night, in a game that, by the way, the Giants sneakily could win, you're going to see a team with a young quarterback, insert a head coach who knows what the hell he's doing, an offensive coordinator who has experience, and an improved roster around him that's helped elevate him to a point where they might get the number one seed. And I'm not saying the Giants next year win 10 of their first 12 games, but that's what it looks like. And you at least have one of the most important pieces in place with your young quarterback in Jackson Dart. And as I just said, I think they'll hang in that game on Monday night. I don't know if they win, but I do think they'll win a few more games the rest of the way. Look at their schedule. Some more on the Giants coming up. Got the Jets at home against the Falcons. And I'm excited to talk more about it when Bart gets here. But if you are a Jet fan rooting for the tank, brace yourself. I think they have at least 2 wins in the next 4 weeks. And I'll tell you why. I don't hate the fact that they're going to win some games. Because typically I am a guy who becomes resigned to lose out, don't compromise your draft positioning. But I think there is an ounce of importance, and more than an ounce. There is significant importance in the Jets finding ways to win a few games here the rest of the way. 800-919-3776. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott should be here in a moment. We're taking you until 12:30. Rangers in action today. But I want to hear from you on the phone lines. Hit us up in the chat. We're streaming live on YouTube. It's Ty Butler, 880 ESPN, ESPN New York, and the ESPN New York app.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
offer.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, man, listen, I know there are certain people who don't agree with the polls and the numbers, but we got one ringing off in this YouTube chat, and Tom Bauer's going to be a hater because that's just in his blood. It says, would you sit at a Thanksgiving table with Ty? 71% of the people said yes. 29% of the people said no. Bart Scott walks into the studio and just like pretends we're not on air, and he's just like trying to have like a a regular conversation with his little mink coat on, looking swagged out. He's like, bro, I was locked out. Bro, we on the radio right now. We streaming live on YouTube.
Pretty sure there's a light in the hallway too.
I was locked out. That's why I ain't come here for you to hand the baton off to so early. I'm sitting outside stuck for 5 minutes. I didn't know it was a little white strip out there that you got to budge yourself in. But meanwhile, the security guard dude is sitting right there.
Sitting right
bro, you don't see me pulling this damn door?
Bro, yo, that happened to me. But that's the difference between arriving at 9:15 versus arriving at 10:30.
Well, I've been working. I've been working though. It ain't like I've been chilling.
But it's fun. I didn't realize.
I volunteered. I said, you know what? My boy working.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna work. Everybody else take the day off. I'm gonna work with my dog.
Let's do it. But yeah, I didn't realize that either. So it's freezing outside.
I had to call today. I had to call Ray. I'm like, yo, man, the door. I'm pulling it. The bottom half is yanking back and forth. The bottom half like yank, yank. I'm like, man, is it just stuck? Is it suction? Is it because it's so cold outside?
See, that's a great thing, and you normally would call the right person, but Ray is off today.
I know. Ray was like, hey, I'm not on duty. I didn't. So
Did he help you?
Yeah. He was like, look, it's a white strip on the wall. Just look to your right.
Is that how he talks?
I don't know. No.
Can we get
I don't got a good Ray. You got a good Ray?
I can maybe try.
Let's
what's a good Ray?
Well, Bart, just look over to. No, that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
good.
That's
not
you on something.
You got some momentum there.
I have momentum.
Yo, is that the greatest amusement park in the history of amusement parks you got on your chest?
Cedar Point?
Yes, sir.
It's not my favorite, but it's wonderful.
Sandusky, Ohio, baby.
I like that he comes in and he's like, yo, I was locked out. Bruh.
I thought I had a free day off. I'm going to say, hey, this door don't open up in the next 5 minutes. I'm taking my ass home.
Oh, no, that would have been foul. You couldn't hit Tom or Ty. You knew you were working with me, so text me. Let me know, like, what's going on.
But I didn't want to call you because you was just on air. But I didn't know if you was at home.
How about that? He didn't want to call me because I was on air, but he walks into the studio and is shouting at me while I'm on air. That's cool.
Because
Where
now
you draw the line is calling people.
Because now I'm part of the show. So now it's content. So now we just blew 5 minutes talking about my experiences.
Well, see, Bart, shouting at you too, Ty. That's just part of the normal thing that happens around here.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. Can't complain at all, man. Gigi, my daughter, cooked. And, every once in a while she told me to take the turkey down to the downstairs kitchen and brown the turkey or go put the ham downstairs. And, did that. Took it, followed instructions. She did an excellent job, as she always does. She's been cooking our Thanksgiving dinner probably for the last 4 years. So ever since she was like 14, she cooks all the dishes, don't want you to cook nothing. You know what I'm saying? She makes her moms, pick the greens, though. That was about it.
Yo, I saw a video of someone yesterday had, I guess, their mom washing their greens in the bathtub. It was like one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. Come on, don't even defend that. That's gross.
So this is the whole thing, right? I'm not going to defend it, but I can say, listen, if you took bleach and you bleached the whole tub and stuff like that out, because sometimes most people wash in the sink can be nasty too. But you have to clean and sanitize the sink, right?
Yeah, but the sink don't have people's dirty ass feet stomping up in there.
But it's a cesspool for
other things. I get that
for germs and stuff like that.
I don't think there's any way you can clean a tub good enough.
First of all, how many greens are who you cooking for?
Yo, I'll show you the video during the break. It was obviously a big family.
Okay, man, there ain't enough crock pots in the world.
It reminded me of I went to a couple of college parties.
Yeah,
where they had the punch
drink,
in the back. Yeah. I'm just like, and damn well they're not scrubbing. In college, they're not doing that.
Well, that's
scrubbing
part of the
bathtub.
Listen, it's nothing.
That's nasty.
Listen, bro, that's where you get your meningitis from.
Magda Stein and that stuff, she's like nasty.
That's where you get your meningitis from.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's how Sam Darnold ended up with mono.
No, he's playing the kissing game.
But he was kissing
spinning
people
the bottle. He's spinning the bottle.
At the party where the punch was coming out the bathtub.
He was recovered finally for that.
But yes, Thanksgiving good?
Yeah, well, I couldn't complain, man. Like woosah.
Here's the most disappointing thing. He didn't walk in eating leftovers. Like that was built into one of my bits.
Bro, I would have to carry leftovers from to over there to over here.
But you're Bart Scott. You find ways to get it done. And
but I eat it later when football comes on.
Okay.
So when football comes on, I'll heat up the sage sausage dressing, put the gravy on there. My baby didn't make no gravy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gravy from the turkey, the juice from the turkey. I'm going to make the gravy myself because I like gravy. I have to have stuffing, gravy. And my daughter, my baby, they bougie. They didn't grow up in the hood. So they had that. I don't know where they got the cranberry sauce from, but it was like real sauce. It was like, I need the ocean spray in the can, pop it out, slice it. Extra thin, so I can have a splash. So every time I get a scoop, I take a piece of the cranberry, get that savory, get that salty, get that sweet.
I like it. They didn't grow up how we grew up.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about it.
A little bougie.
You know what? You know what my daughter did? I said, "You been hanging around your white friends too much."
What she do?
She made some string bean casserole. I say we don't do that.
We don't do that.
That's a waste of string beans.
Yeah,
I much rather she would have cooked the green beans in the chicken broth. Put some smoked turkey neck in that thing.
And the collard greens, too. You put the smoked turkey and the string beans.
She put it in
the
there. You put it in there. You saute some potatoes. You saute them. Get them nice and crispy. Then when you throw them in the juice, then they already cooked. But then they absorb some of the juice. And then you put some mixed garlic and a little like sauteed onions in that thing. So you're eating it as like a green bean soup. That's how we eat our green bean. We don't put no cream of mushroom. Don't put no cream of mushroom in there with some fried onion things that's fake that's out of a can.
Yeah, that's not what.
But she did that.
Succotash. How about the succotash? That's the beans with the corn in it.
No succotash for us.
No succotash.
So she did some other stuff too. She made some honey, she made some carrots. I'm like, babe, listen, all right, I ain't gonna eat that. You know what I'm saying? But the mac and cheese.
You don't let you eat everything.
Nah, mac and cheese. Because listen. Your plate can be consumed with sides.
I got a question I asked me the other day, and I was like, hell nah. Like, do you put breadcrumbs on your Big Mac? I was like, nah, we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. And we ain't putting no marshmallows on the top of my sweet potato pie either.
That's a thing?
Yeah, they do that. They put marshmallow things, and they burn them on the top.
Whipped cream or marshmallows?
Marshmallows. Which I just learned this on Wednesday. That
like
this is a thing.
s'mores?
Yeah, they cooking on the top. Nah, bro, I'm good. If anything, you put some Cool Whip or something on there. You know what I'm saying? If you really gangster, you take the egg whites and make you a meringue. Splat on there a little bit just so you can have a little cream with it. But I prefer to have my sweet potato pie straight, no chaser. I want to taste that nutmeg. I want to taste raw dog. I want that nutmeg.
You want that raw dog and that nutmeg.
Yeah. I want it all by itself.
800
Nothing in between us, baby.
3776. Get at us on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, so hit us up in the comments. Hit us up on social media as well. Ty D Butler, Bart Scott 57 at Bart.
Yeah, I'm gonna thaw out. We going to a break? I'm gonna thaw out real quick.
Yeah, we going to
a
break.
They had it cold in the studio, and man, the temperature dropped another 10 degrees today. Because it was cold. It was hot 2 days ago.
Oh,
yesterday was okay.
It was cool yesterday, and then today is frigid.
Yeah, it's frigid.
And I got 15K next Sunday.
You got a 15K? Ooh,
yeah. That's light work, but it's just too cold outside.
You know what you should do? Like what we
Let
do.
me hear from the non-runner what I should do.
Yeah, what people don't realize, like when we out there playing in the cold, we have these things. It's not that I'm a non-distance runner. I just I figure what's the point? Put the back plastics, called back plastics. Put it on your hamstring. When you start sweating, chemically they're gonna react, and they're gonna have your hamstrings on fire. You ever see when guys are running look like they got a little square on their back, had their hamstring?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's back plastics.
Some people put that on the back of their neck.
Johnson make it.
Put that on the back of their neck. Those patches.
Oh, you want your neck loose?
Or shoulders.
You want a loose neck? All right.
I think I saw James Harden wearing that a couple years ago. He had the shoulder patch.
Oh no, that's not that. That's the Caliphy or whatever type of pad. That's for injury, so it lifts the skin up so fresh blood can go there. So when you move it, when you hurt.
Interesting. Bart's a pad guy. 800-919-3776.
Right,
we take a break. We get back. I want to hear from you on the phone lines as well, right here on 880 ESPN, ESPN New York, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
What you're saying really isn't that your issue's with Hal, is you don't like the way he runs his business. He spends enough. The problem is, of course, the guy making the decisions. So you can't tell me you're frustrated with the product because it doesn't win. What you're frustrated with is that you don't feel like the guy who is in charge of baseball operations is good enough at his job to build a championship team without overspending.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop in Manhattan West Plaza, a block from the Garden. They'll be talking all things NHL.
It's hockey, man.
And they'll be joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL shop. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. All right, so 1 o'clock, the Rangers are in Boston. They're going to take on the Bruins. Coverage begins here on 880 ESPN, the ESPN New York app, starting at 12:30. That's why we're off a half hour early.
Today?
Excited about that? Yeah. We're
Today.
only going until 12:30.
We're only going to 12:30.
Yes.
Man, quit playing.
Rangers Bruins.
What? Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers.
I thought you were a Red Wings fan.
I am.
So why are you saying let's go Rangers?
Because I gave me a half an hour off.
Oh, okay.
I 10 by 10, baby.
Now, what do you plan to do with this extra half hour of time?
Well, told
You
my
got the
kids.
3 o'clock football game.
I told my kids I would let them. Told the kitty bees I would let them go do a little shopping or something if they wanted to. Go get some of their Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that, but I'll go get some Christmas gifts too. Cop a little bit something. I never do Black Friday because I'm an impulsive person. So I
don't have an appetite for standing in long lines, especially in this age of where you can just buy everything online.
I don't stand in line.
I
brother.
mean, you're different, obviously, because you're Bart Scott. You've
No,
got
not
a
that.
certain privilege.
No, it's not that. You just tip people well. And see, people don't think about that. It's people that are whatever fake celebrities and stuff that don't get paid, that don't get the treatment because they treat people like jerks.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go somewhere and you're a good tipper, you take care of people, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you need some tickets to the game. You give them tickets to the game, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really stand in that line. Like, oh, Mr. Scott, excuse me. Yeah, I'll be right back. You know, your stuff's in the back.
That's been said about you. You're a very good tipper. 4 o'clock, the Devils in Buffalo. They take on the Sabres. You also have the Islanders playing host to the Flyers. I think I heard my man Jake Asman's going to be at that game. Nets, 7:30 tonight at home to face the Sixers.
Hey, Beavis. Jake Assman.
Making fun of Jake? I think you guys got a show coming up soon.
Hey, Beavis. Yeah, I think we do. Have you ever seen like the Beavis and Butthead? Now they're old. They rebooted it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Beavis is like still skinny but look like worse for wear, and Butthead is like a little fat and like hair receded.
He put some weight on him. Like you.
Yeah, exactly. I put that grown weight on me.
Put your weight on you. All right, the Knicks at 7:30 tonight. They host the Bucks. Giannis listed as questionable. He's been out the last week and a half with that groin injury.
Yeah.
Coverage begins right here on ESPN, 880 ESPN, the ESPN New York app, starting at 7 o'clock.
Cat usually takes those personal because he knows that
them trade rumors.
Yeah, them trade rumors.
It's like, yo, I'm auditioning for my. It's like when when you got to re-recruit your own players, but this is the inverse of that. It's
like yo, listen, he ain't even healthy. I'm always healthy.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple gas matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew, honey. Today during today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Tom, was that the longest read in the history of reads?
I've seen longer.
Okay.
Pause. 800-919-3776. Let's hit my
first
man.
talk about loose necks, now you talking about never mind.
We're going off the
Let's hit
rails.
my man Frank in Newark. He bats lead off today. What's up, Frank?
Hey, good morning, guys. I wanted to touch on the Jets for a second, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
What's up, baby?
All right. So typically, I'm the type of fan that is not all about winning at this point of the year because you don't want to lose draft position. But let's analyze the Jets up to a couple of weeks ago. They allowed they allowed the staff to make some trades during the season, which conveyed the message to me that Aaron Glenn obviously is staying for the long haul. And since then, you got to see, as a fan, you got to see some kind of message that your philosophy is going to kick into play and things are kind of going in the right direction. I got to see some more offensive efficiency. The 2 wins we had this season, one of them was an outlier where Justin Fields threw for an insane amount of yards, and the second one was a kickoff return for a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown, which to me is like, how often does that happen in an NFL game? I got to see that the message is clear and that Aaron Glenn is going to right the ship. Until I see. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
And so I see that. Unfortunately, we're still going to be in the. The jury's going to still be out on Aaron Glenn. We got to see that. He's going in the right direction. That everything's going to be fixed, and that he knows what he's doing. Most importantly.
So I talked about this yesterday, and I appreciate the call, Frank. I'm typically. And I know you won't agree with me because you played, but as a fan, you do get to a point in a season where you're so beaten down. You're just like, man, F it. Like, let's get the best draft pick possible because either we need a quarterback or if we have the quarterback, we can just, hold teams hostage and get a ransom. But this situation is a little bit more unique in that it's a first-year head coach who we already know is guaranteed a second year. And because of that, I've got to see some improvement. And if over the course of the last 6 weeks, where you have games against the Falcons, the Dolphins, the Jags, I know they're a playoff team, but they're not anything special. The New Orleans,
the Saints.
Yeah. Like, if you're going winless the rest of the way, then that to me is an indictment of this coaching staff, of this regime, and I don't have confidence in you going forward to even draft and develop the right guys.
See, but the thing, and to your point, they don't have to go into straight tank mode because they have enough draft equity.
Yeah.
If they need to move up to get somebody, they can get somebody.
But I'll let you finish your point, but the retort to that would be, we don't want you to have to move up. Like, we want you to have as much of your assets as possible so that you don't have to mortgage those other picks to get what you were initially wanting to get.
Can you really explain losing to the Saints?
But that's my point.
Can you explain losing like that? That's saying your program is just trash, right? And there's no need to do that. Like, when you get to the end of the season, who knows? But I think the Jets should win 3 more games. And if they win 3 games, that's 5. That makes you feel a little bit better because also what you're doing is auditioning for free agents. Because remember, free agents ain't going to come if you're like, oh, man, you lost to them. I ain't coming to you. So, like.
Unless you overpay for those guys, right? And do you really want?
You don't. You want people to say, man, like Aaron Rodgers said, man, this team look like they on a come up. Devontae Adams, like this team like they on the come up. I want to go there because they may be me and somebody else players away from being contenders. Because from the offensive standpoint, this is also about being able to really evaluate Mechie, I Mitchell. Right, so you want to see them continue to play. Like, man, is this real? Can Mechie be a real number one going against real good teams? Yeah. You want to go against the good teams. You want to say, man, like, okay, he cooking real dudes. You know what I'm saying?
And then we'll get Garrett back at some point and
right.
add him to the
and then
mix.
what does that look like? Do we put Garrett in the slot sometimes because we can put Mitchell and Mechie on the outside? Can we see? Because they have the guy, the gadget guy, and Williams who's playing better and getting more. So, like, really, to me, offensively. Like, everything except for the quarterback, the Jets can have an advantage as far as having the best. Like, if I Mitchell is the deep threat that we think he can be, and remember, we don't know who he is yet, right? We don't know who he is because he came off of injury his senior year, which jeopardized his rookie year.
Yep.
Then he had cancer. So, and then he got stuck behind Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. So like when you think no, I'm sorry, he got stuck between Pierce, Downs. Mechie. I always get Mitchell and Mechie because it's too many M's.
The Colts.
Yeah. But then same thing for I Mitchell, right? So now I get to evaluate them, bring them up, and see, man, because you imagine if these guys are the truth, if they're good, you have him and you pair that with Garrett Wilson, and you say, you know what? Well, the Ravens aren't going to re-sign Mark Andrews, and now you bring a veteran tight end here to go with May, and then you look up and you keep Breece Hall. You looking up like, we got one of the most, as far as skilled position, and you draft, one of these crazy receivers. Now you 4 deep at receiver, and like you cooking with grease.
And I also think it would say something about the head coach if post-trade deadline, when it looked like you were punting on the season, and you got rid of Quinnen and you got rid of Sauce, he was able to galvanize these guys, get them to buy into whatever message he was selling, and they won a few games. And the team actually looks better defensively, right? Like, offensively, they're always going to have a ceiling because of who they have at quarterback, but it just looks different. And if that translates into a few wins, now I've got some more confidence in a head coach who people know I'm not hiding from it.
Yeah.
I was highly critical of. I didn't like his coaching, his game management, and I didn't like the combativeness and the type of energy he was on and type of time he was on at these press conferences. But if he's able to change that over the course of the last half of the season, then I feel better about the direction of this football team.
And here's why you can win some games. You can win some games because the Titans play the Browns, so somebody has to win.
Yeah.
And they also play the Saints. Somebody has to win, right? So, like, you can lose those games because
I also think the Giants are going to stumble upon a couple wins here too.
Of course. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, you can say I don't want to win. So you can do both. You can actually win at the same time, while actually still not really improving your draft stock because the other guys are going to win games too.
Well, you'll take a hit to some degree, right? Because you're not getting the number 1 overall pick if you're a 5-win team. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but but you look at the guy from the Titans could win a couple games. They could beat the Browns and beat the Saints, and that gives them 3 wins. So you can win 3 or 4 games yourself. And then the good thing is, like, nothing that the Titans want. They don't want
because they have their quarterback.
Exactly. So like they're not gonna pick 2 quarterbacks in a row. So you're good there. Then if you look at the Saints are trying to finish strong, even though because they got a coach in the same situation. They need a quarterback, so they're not going to.
I don't think they're trying to finish strong. I think.
You think they?
I think that's it.
This is a roster that they got to build. They got to start all over. They got old people all over the place. You got DeMario Davis.
Cap
you got Cam Jordan.
Is a mess.
Yeah, you got Cam Jordan. So they got to go young too. But I don't think with Kellen Moore, he's trying to sell the same message that Aaron Glenn is trying to sell.
But I don't think. Look, 2 things can be true. You can be trying to win games, but you're just not good enough. And the Saints, I don't think, is good enough.
Saints got the Dolphins. They also got Carolina. You don't know what that is. They got Tennessee too, and then they got Atlanta.
Well, I wouldn't put Carolina down with them.
But would you be surprised? Would you be surprised? Well, you never know because Carolina shoot a dud, then they played well.
Yeah,
they can beat Atlanta. They can beat Tennessee. They can beat the Jets.
But you know what this just illuminates to me?
What's that?
I'm just so sick and tired of this exercise every single year.
Yeah, but I feel but I like the way
while other teams are. Oh man, look the in the hunt graphic. We're either in the hunt or we're in the playoffs, so we're part of the playoff picture. Us Jet fans sit here every single year, game planning for. Even if we win games, how do we still end up with a top pick? So hopefully, this is the last.
But your misery has company this year. Ravens gonna be a lot more disappointed.
I'm cool with not having company. You know the type of company I want, the good teams.
Yeah,
that's the type of company I want.
But this is the thing, like. It's like this is your opportunity to have an opportunity later, right? When you look at the fact that we've done this dance before and we got it wrong, right? We thought we got it right with Sam Darnold, we thought we got it right with Zach Wilson, we thought we got it right with Aaron Rodgers, and so now we thought we had it right, maybe potentially with Justin Fields, but now we have way more options because in 2027 we're going to have $200 million. 3 first-round draft picks, And even this year, we're going to have 2 first-round draft picks. And I think the players that we lost, even if you get good players, it makes you cheaper and gives you more flexibility.
Yeah,
so
it extends your timeline.
So you have 2. So you have 2 years to try and find your Drake May, knowing that you can spend just like it, and you don't have as bad of a roster as Drake May had, but you're going to have the same amount of money to go Waka Flocka to be able to improve your team. Your only job is to make sure that you make this team an attractive destination.
Love it, except for the part where we get to, Drake May also has Mike Vrabel. Coming up next, we started the show recapping the games from yesterday, so I'm curious to get your thoughts on what we saw.
Just did it for 2 hours. I'm ready.
800-919-3776. We're streaming live on YouTube, so hit us up in the comments. Bart and Carlin going until 12:30 today, so an abbreviated show right here on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
What a pleasant surprise.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you can trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop in Manhattan West Plaza, a block from the Garden. They'll be talking all things NHL.
It's hockey, man.
And they'll be joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL shop. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg December 2nd live from the NHL shop.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
One hour down, 1.5 more to play with on this Football Friday. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, hanging out with the big bro, Bart Scott.
Skip leg day? Did you work out for Turkey Day? In the morning before you went?
Before I did the morning show yesterday. So I had so I had to be there at 4 a.m. right when Retro opened.
They open at 4:30?
Open at 4 a.m. So I got there right when it opened, and it's the best because no, you can count on one hand how many people are in there. It's the best.
You see anybody on your way out?
Barely.
So did you took a nap when you went home?
I did the show when I got home.
Then did you take a nap?
I got kids. Where am I getting this nap from?
Getting Benadryl. That's your wife's problem.
From Benadryl. That's your wife's problem. See, this is what's wrong with society. We want to put everything on the mom.
It's teamwork, brother.
Teamwork.
I'm sorry. Did your wife go to work at 4 a.m.?
Teamwork.
No.
When you know what she was doing? You know what she was doing?
Nah, the baby wasn't up. Baby wasn't up.
You know what she was doing? She was, first of all, no, my kids don't sleep through the night. But she was preparing to deal with them while I was doing the radio show.
At 4 a.m.
No, preparing by
What I'm
sleeping.
saying is,
by sleeping.
You went to the gym at 4 a.m., right?
Correct.
So that means you got up at 3:30?
3:15.
3:15. So what was she doing at 3:15?
Knocked out.
What was she doing at 4:15?
Knocked out.
What was she doing at 5:15?
Tossing and turning, because now is when the kids start to come into the bed, acting like they run things.
That's on you. You got to lock that door. Your kids shouldn't even know what the inside of your room look like, brother.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have them screaming. Who wants to deal with that?
Yes. Then they'll shut up after a while.
Yeah, not this one.
When you put them in the bed, like, and they want to come in there when they don't want to sleep in their baby bed, they cry themselves to sleep.
That was me. And then I learned after 2 years, now going on 3 years, that was not working. So now you have to
put a little whiskey on their cheeks.
That's what they use. Put a
little whiskey and honey.
Put a little dab of Jack Daniels on the tongue.
Just rub it on the gums, brother.
Now I had to acquiesce.
Night.
Yeah, that was the back of the day. You put a little bit out on their gums.
Especially when they teething.
Yeah.
Put a little whiskey and honey on them gums. You don't know nothing about that time.
I know about it.
We ain't use no Oral-B.
I used to.
Somebody got no Oral-B.
I used to tell Cassie, I'm like, yo, we got to go back to how we were raised.
Yeah, man.
The ghetto hoops.
Yeah, you don't want all these. You don't know what all these opioids and other medicines that's in your stuff. Whiskey and honey.
Watching all these instructional YouTube videos. Man, let's go back to how we came up.
That's why our kids so damn soft.
Right.
Crying in touch with their feelings.
Yeah.
Care about your feelings.
Having a breakdown.
Why I gotta do it? You gotta
having a breakdown because I took the iPad away from you. What the hell are you talking about?
Don't let that Wi-Fi go down.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's mayhem.
You ain't got no cellular data. I want some cellular data.
Let's go back to how we were raised.
I got cellular data. You ain't got cellular data.
Let's go back to how we were raised.
I mean, my grandmother, we couldn't even watch TV when it was thundering outside. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I ain't heard about no deaths about somebody watching TV in the lightning bolt come in and hit somebody antennas.
Yo, the funny part, and we'll get back to the calls and sports and everything. So how I got hooked on General Hospital, my soap opera.
Already know.
My favorite show.
Already know. Me too.
Was because
One Life to Live.
Yeah, but and I loved One Life to Live.
That was earlier.
That was at 1 o'clock. General Hospital. It was All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital. Bam, bam, bam. How I got hooked was because back in the pre-DVR days, this was like VCR.
Yeah.
I was not allowed to change the channel when I got home from school because my mom, who's at work till 5 o'clock, she's taping it.
Taping her show.
And when I, changed it to whatever channel, she's like, yo, 3:30. This was on, and then you changed it to this channel. It's programmed. It's programmed, whatever the channel is that it's on. So you can't do that. So I had to sit there for 2 hours and get through these shows.
Soak it up.
And then I got hooked on the shows.
Yeah, man.
Now kids come home. Erica, shout out to her, the legend. They got video games and iPads and all these TVs and phones.
It forced you patience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go back to those days.
Like, I couldn't do it because my sisters been watching Oprah, so I couldn't turn the channel, so I had to come home. I couldn't even watch cartoons. Miss Darkwing Duck, Miss DuckTales. Couldn't get none of that.
Yeah. Miss Channel, what was it, 93?
No, we got different stations. We had Barton Cable.
800-919-3776. So I started the show with this, and I want to hit you with this. Biggest winners yesterday.
Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys, the rest of the AFC.
Cowboys.
Those are my two biggest winners. Dallas, all of a sudden, in a span of 4 days, beating both the teams that were in the Super Bowl and did it in such impressive fashion to the point where Dak, I think, is in the MVP conversation. Playoff hopes are alive. Defense has gotten better. Shotty's giving you the best post-game speeches we've seen. And they now have
They have momentum. They have momentum and belief. And next week they can take care of their business because the team that's in front of them is the Lions. And you can say, well, they're going on the road, but they're still playing inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're playing inside, and the Lions
on the road against a team that just lost at home.
Who knows if Ross St. Brown's going to be healthy?
Right.
They're trying to bring Ragnow out of retirement. Right.
They're in shambles. Dan Campbell's taking over play calling duties.
DJ Reed, LaFleur did a masterclass about how to attack people that play man-to-man. All these pick routes and force them to communicate. They took advantage of the Lions. And, all this going for it on fourth down stuff sounds great when you make it. They're 0 for 7 in their last fourth down attempts as far as talking about the Lions. And maybe Dan Campbell is doing too much by trying to be a play caller, never being a play caller, and not being a facilitator and a supervisor as far as running the show. When you think about what the head coach responsibilities is to run the whole game, not just the offense and the defense.
Which happens when you lose both your coordinator. And I kept saying, and I wasn't the only one, but that's a big deal. So whatever coming into the season you had as your forecast of the Lions, factor into it. They lost both their coordinators, so they were going to have to regroup for that. But back to the Cowboys, that wide receiver combination wreaking havoc on the Chiefs secondary, and with CeeDee and Pickens playing the way that they are, and Dak is just, like I said, one of the top 3 MVP candidates, that offense is going to keep them in every game. And they don't need to be a top 10 defense. If they can get to the quarterback the way that they did, I get it, against a battered offensive line in Kansas City, they can just put some pressure on you.
But
they're going to be good enough because their offense is just that elite.
They got after Jalen Hurts the week before, so it's not just that. And listen, you can talk about they gave up 28 points. It was a period where they made Patrick Mahomes punt 3 straight times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know we like to make Jerry Jones the butt of all our jokes a lot of times, but you have to give him credit. Knowing that Overshawn was going to come back, going out to get Logan Wilson to kind of be the facilitator in the middle, getting Quinton to be the enforcer and give them something that's different, being able to play a 3-4 with 5 men walked up, giving all these guys, give every one of these guys one-on-ones. So they got one-on-ones and they win more times than not. And even bringing it, and usually this would be a place where the young kid would get lost, Azuki or whatever his name is, let me find his name.
You talking about Awuzie?
Awuzie, yeah. No, Awuzie, I don't know why I always say Awuzie because Awuzie sounds like the same dude from the Ravens. But Awuzie, you know what I mean? So now it allows him to get on, and he still feels like a part of it, but then he's getting favorable matchups. These guys used to have to go against the toughest guy, have to deal with the best offensive lineman there. Not anymore because Quentin's going to draw all that attention. So now you get a one-on-one on the outside with Fowler and Clowney, and now the other guys get one-on-ones. And they're going to win those.
We need Packers Cowboys in the playoffs.
I would love to see that, especially because usually Dak, people, they're the better team, and they start hosting, and then they get beat, and it was like, see, they're paper champions. But I think what Shotty has done is made these guys tough because even during the midst of them running, throwing the ball to CD, throwing the ball every time they had cover one, backside slants, 3x1 here, backside slants. They also ran the ball 27 times for 137 yards. So he's keeping it balanced, too. As his dad was known for a brand of football called Marty Ball. So he's not going to run away from the run. He's going to also, even though he knows he has these great weapons on the outside, he's going to make sure that he's going to stay balanced.
So we need that in the playoffs. And the obvious storyline with Micah going to Green Bay, and then if Jerry is able to get the last laugh.
And they played to a tie.
Yeah.
And when they played to a tie.
Micah had no sacks.
Yeah, but they played to a tie, and they weren't even close to the team they are today. Defensively as a complete team.
You can argue they are a better team now, and the Packers, that's a great win. Jordan Love was awesome.
Yeah.
That was probably the best game he's played all year, but I still have moments when I'm watching Green Bay because of what we expected them to be. Like they were projected to be a legitimate Super Bowl contender. I have a lot of moments where I watch them and I'm just like, they're mid.
Yeah, they are. And they're even more mid. Listen, they're always going to look good against the Lions because LaFleur has a idea and a grasp of what Kelvin Shepard likes to do. And he just has man beaters all across the board. So he knows what he's going to get because it's not complicated because Shepard is a first-year defensive coordinator, so he doesn't know what he don't know. He don't know what his tips are. He tipping his pitches. You know what I'm saying? And he don't even know it because
like with Spags can disguise coverages and some of the veterans can disguise it.
Yeah,
and he's showing you up front what he's doing.
And it's more sophisticated. He knows they're going to be in some form of man-to-man. They just got man beaters. That's why they went for it on fourth down. They knew where the one-on-one coverage was going to be.
Awesome in it.
Yeah, they knew where it was going to come. I mean, you got one team that hit 3 for 3 for four downs, and you had one that was 0 for 2. That's the difference in the game. Because even with that, the Lions still was in position. And I know it's difficult. No LaPorta, no Sam, no LaPorta. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, which makes it difficult. And it puts it on Jared Goff and it forces Jameson Williams to do more, Jahmyr Gibbs to do more. And so now it makes you easier to defend. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. But I would love to see these two teams play each other again. And I thought, they were one of the biggest winners, and they can take care of their business. Dallas can take care of their business by playing Detroit this week. On a week where, it seems like a short week, Thursday night football, but these two teams played on Thursday night, so it's going to be a full days of rest and preparation. It's just going to be another day that we're not used to.
Kansas City, there's so many different layers to that. They're 6-6. I mean, they are what they are at this point, right? Like they're an average team that in one-score games where they dominated last year aren't winning, and and it's really because that defense is supposed to be a lot better, man. That defense with all the talent that it has,
it's weird.
They just keep in big moments in fourth quarters. We are so used to seeing them get a stop. And in addition to that, Andy Reid, remember just 6 months ago, like prior to the Super Bowl, people were like, and a little bit more than 6 months ago. Let's go 8 months ago. People were like, yo, if he wins this and he's got a three-peat, is he like passing Belichick for the greatest coach of all time? And you can agree or disagree with that, but that was a legitimate conversation. The fact that this team is so undisciplined when it comes to these penalties, and some of them yesterday were ticky-tack, but the offensive line that's in shambles, every time I look up, it's like, oh, Jawan Taylor's got another penalty.
And they got 3 people hurt.
They've got 3 linemen now down.
Simmons broke his wrist.
Yeah, he's going to be out. He could be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, dislocated his wrist and fractured his wrist.
On both sides of the ball, it's penalty after penalty after penalty. So it's two-pronged for me, and I'm going to hit you with this. Are the Chiefs done? Also, when you look at because the first thing I thought about this morning was Lamar and Josh. You can't squander this opportunity, man. If the AFC is as wide open as it is right now,
and you got to go through Bo Nix and Daniel Jones,
unproven quarterbacks
with a broken fibula,
unproven quarterbacks at the top of the conference with Nix, Jones, who's the other? Drake May,
and Trevor Lawrence,
and you've got Patrick Mahomes on the outside looking in. Like, this is your opportunity.
Really, what this is the opportunity for Buffalo, because Buffalo is a team that can't get past Kansas City.
Yeah, but Lamar lost to them 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying they can't get past
one team. It's the one team.
It's kind of how the Steelers could never get past the Patriots. So we beat them, and then they win. They go to the Super Bowl because they can beat everybody else. They just not quick to beat. Yeah, so it's like that. So really, the pressure to me is on.
But it's on both of them. They're both MVPs. They both have been excellent.
Yeah, but Lamar's been hurt and out, and he hasn't looked good coming back. So I think it'll be a major disappointment if Lamar doesn't win, because Derrick Henry eventually is going to be, even though he's playing solid, I don't know if they pay him again. I think did they give him a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal?
It might have been a 2-year deal.
If it's a 2-year deal, he's safe. If it's a 1-year deal, they're going to let him go. Marlon Humphreys is like everybody's punching bag, even though he makes plays and he's a competitor.
2 years, 30 that the extension they gave him.
Okay, so they're cool. So he'll be around, but he's getting up there.
Both of those guys, man, like this is Jones. Like mid-90s when MJ, and I said this earlier, and people actually took it literally. I was like, he either retired or got suspended from gambling. We still can't quite figure out which one it was.
And then Olajuwon was able to eat.
And Olajuwon was able to eat, getting championships. But in the East, like the Knicks got to the finals.
The Magic.
The young Magic with Penny and Shaq got to the finals. This is an opening for both Josh and Lamar. And if you squander this opportunity, Now with Drake, all of a sudden, he's coming into his own.
You let one of them go to the Super Bowl. You're like, man, what?
It's
you let Bo. You couldn't beat Bo Nix, Drake May, and Daniel Jones.
And for Josh, because you said there's more pressure on Josh. Josh has been able to feast on his division being so bad.
Yeah, but
now the Patriots could be the 1 seed, and Drake May is like a young phenom. And we'll see what happens with the Jets and the Dolphins. But there's another legitimate team that already beat you. Already beat you this season. This right here, big game, obviously, against the Steelers coming up. But the rest of the season, it's on Josh and Lamar, man. If Patrick is indeed done for the year.
And somebody else goes to the championship.
You can't have that happen on your watch.
I mean, Lamar's not healthy, so I give him a bigger excuse than Josh. But Josh doesn't have the maturity of weapons. You see that they so desperate that they signed Brandon Cooks because they can't reside or rely on
Keon Coleman. What's going on with that?
They got it. Like, I feel like the weapons that the Buffalo Bills have is the same weapons that Kansas City has. They got decent receivers. They don't have great receivers. You
could argue Rashee Rice is the best of all those guys.
But Rashee Rice wouldn't even touch the field if he was on Dallas. Rashee Rice wouldn't even touch the field if he – no. Rashee Rice would not start – listen what I'm saying. Rashee Rice would not start if he was – I don't think he'll start even in Seattle over Shaheed or in Jibba, right? He wouldn't start in Tampa over Ibuka, Evans or Godwin. I'm saying.
Okay.
He wouldn't. I'm saying all the places he wouldn't start. This is their number one. This is their crown jewel. He wouldn't even start. So that means he's not as good as two of their guys.
That's
he wouldn't
fine.
Start.
But you're talking about the best receiving corps in football, and that's not the conversation we're having. What we're discussing is their receiving corps. You're right. I'm less impressed with Buffalo's than I am with Kansas City's. Kansas City. Remember, people kept talking about once he comes back from suspension and you've got Worthy and you've got Brown and Kelsey's actually had a pretty damn good bounce back season. And Juju. And then Pacheco, who was hurt, but he's now back.
Yeah.
Like that, compared to what they had in the last couple years, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah, but what I was saying is, and we had this argument this morning. I said, Patrick Mahomes actually, his numbers and metrics are actually better than what they were last year. But the difference is the field is better. That's the problem. The field is better. So when they get to these one-score games, teams aren't afraid. Dak wasn't afraid. Listen, this is how unafraid they were. They decided to throw the ball instead of trying to run the clock out by running the ball. They was like, we can just get –
Which is what Indianapolis didn't do last week, and that cost them the game.
But then they don't have arguably the best
duel. I feel you. But
it's a big difference between Pickens and Pittman.
No, I feel you, but Colts were playing not to lose. These other teams, Denver did it. Cowboys did it.
Trying to take the air out of the game, hoping that you got enough to make it at the end. So, that's the difference. And like I said, we thought Rashee Rice would be enough, but that takes into account that Kelsey's going to be able – his numbers don't say that he's still playing good, but he can't do it on a consistent route basis. It was a time where Kelsey never lost. Right, it's a time where teams doubled him. They don't have to do that anymore, and we're seeing a core get old.
Yeah,
and like Mahomes, they need to get a real number one. They need to get a real Tyreek Hill.
I think Rashee is, and Tyreek Hill tweeted something ominous out. He's like, I think I need to go home.
For real, I've been saying that. And they would love to send him.
That's been a rumor for a year and a half.
Yeah, but
it might happen.
Yeah, because Miami don't want him no more, and they don't know what he is.
He's coming off of a brutal injury, but
but they don't matter. I mean, we watched Stephon Diggs come off of ACL, and he looks better than he's ever looked. He was an older receiver.
He does not look better than he's ever looked.
Okay, he don't look better than he's ever looked, but he looks like still a good player. And all
sure.
But the issue is Kansas City, the core gets old, and because they went to the Super Bowl last year, they thought they had enough.
Let's just be honest. Top 5 quarterback Jalen Hurts broke them.
He broke them. Jalen Hurts, and this is the first time because I've argued with his brother over and over again. This is the first time where they can't say that Dak Prescott is actually a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even close.
Dak has been balling. Let's hit my man Nick in Portland, who's been waiting patiently. What's up, Nick?
Portland, they get them people out the city, man.
What's going on? Good morning from beautiful, sunny Portland, Oregon. First off, I just want to say I love that Bart walked in with that Joe Willie name his swagger to the studio this morning. We're that fur coat.
But you know it's calculated.
You know I am from Detroit.
He's calculated. Like the fact that
man, that's awesome. I love it.
Yo, Nick, the fact that
I got a take.
Wait, Nick, hang on.
Let Nick talk, damn it.
Wait, Nick, I'm gonna let you go. But you just reminded me of something. The fact that this man saw that I was in the midst of what could have been like an A1 segment. Maybe it goes viral, puts me on the map, like scores a big deal.
Swagger Jack.
And he has to be – damn, I was going to do the wrong reference. I was going to name someone that I shouldn't name. But he has to come in and just swagger Jack, just hijack the segment with his fur coat, just talking all loud. That's just who Bart Scott is. But go ahead.
But Nick, I gave the man 21 minutes to do his thing.
I was going to say Vince McMahon.
You ain't got it done in 21 minutes. How much time you need, brother? You need to go ahead and let the big dog do it.
You guaranteed it, right?
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm a 25-minute man. How about that? 20 minutes ain't enough.
I love it, gentlemen. I love it.
What's up?
Hey,
man?
all right. So my take is also shout out to the Oregon Ducks this weekend against Washington. But first off with the Jets, my number one love is that, hey, we got some games we can line up and win. Okay? And I know Aaron Glenn's got to prove himself, and I know there's a lot on the line, but Bart, realistically, this sounds crazy, I know, but if the Jets could, they could win out, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, is there a case we could slip into the playoffs potentially?
Man.
I know that sounds crazy.
I mean, mathematically, we're not dead.
For that, but
mathematically, we're not dead. I mean, everybody else will have to lose every game, but But that's okay though. That's okay. This is the beginning of next year.
Wait, so my fault, Nick.
Yeah, so we trigger happy, man.
We started the phone call with compliments of Bart Scott. Fantastic.
And then you complimented yourself.
I love it. We end the phone call with, wait, could the Jets actually win out and make the playoffs? And you supported that? You allowed that to have some life?
All I said is the Giants are the only team that's mathematically eliminated. That's all I was saying.
No, I think the Jets are mathematically eliminated.
No,
they're
not yet.
2-9.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. I think there's like a very, very, very
the Ravens
slim
just
chance.
lost. So the teams that's there lost. What if the Ravens lose out?
Yeah. What
if the Steelers lose out? Well, they can't technically lose out.
They're playing each other.
The Bengals lose out. If the Bengals still alive, how can the Jets not be alive?
Well, the Bengals are alive because of their division. So there's still a path for them to win their division.
No, they ain't. It's for they mathematically available for their wild card.
And they're in a unique spot where they can win their division, and those other teams that they're battling.
Are we dead? Are we dead?
You pretty much are, but mathematically,
no. Mathematically, are we dead?
Mathematically,
the fact that he's giving this life.
Because I can remember
this life. You're giving this.
Listen, Tom.
So you're gonna waste time.
Let me
on
tell you
your
something.
Black Friday, where you got shopping to do in the next hour.
Kansas City's
you got
dead.
Football to watch. Oh, wait. So here's a take. I think there's a better chance the Jets make the playoffs than the Chiefs.
I didn't say that. I said there's a lot of teams that I think is dead. I don't think the Jets are one of them.
But you just said Kansas City's dead.
They are.
Okay.
Because the opponents they got to face, I think they're going to lose at least 2 more.
Okay, and the Jets play the Patriots and the Bills to end the season.
Man, they can beat the Patriots. The Patriots are paper champions.
So here's the take, guys.
No. The Patriots are paper champions.
Make sure we document this, and it's easy to do because we're streaming live on YouTube. Don't let them scream over me. What we're actually saying today is that the 6-6 reigning defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, who just 7 months ago we were arguing could be the greatest quarterback of all time.
What the hell does 7 months ago got to do it?
They're dead. But the Jets, who are 2-9, who fans wanted the head coach gone,
we went 3,
and the general manager gone, who are led by Tyrod Taylor, they're actually still alive. That's the take today.
No, I just said we're not dead. No, I said we're not dead. I said we're not dead. I said we're not dead.
But the Chiefs are dead.
I think the Chiefs are dead.
And the Jets aren't.
Because I think the Chiefs are going to lose at least 3
wait,
games.
time out. Let's not get bogged down in all the other stuff. The Chiefs are dead, right? Yes.
I think the Chiefs are dead.
But the Jets are still alive.
I think out of the next 5 games.
Are the Jets still alive?
Mathematically. And mathematically, Kansas City's alive. But in my opinion, I think Kansas City Chiefs have a tougher time winning the last 4 than do the Jets.
Can I just ask you 2 subsequent questions?
I just told the man that he wasn't dead.
All right. So Kansas City is dead, yes or no?
I don't think Kansas City makes it to the playoffs.
So yes, they're dead.
Correct.
Okay. Are the Jets also dead?
Yes.
You just
but I think mathematically they're not.
What are we doing here?
But mathematically they're not.
What are we doing here?
But mathematically they're not.
How does Carlin put up with this? Well, there's a reason why he took the day off. He's like, listen, I'll deal with it when I have to. But if I got a chance to take the day off,
mathematically,
and do a Carlin's corner, I'll do that instead.
So Julian looked up the numbers. So there's a 47% chance that the Chiefs make the playoffs,
Correct.
according to ESPN.
It's a 3% chance that the Jets make it.
Less than 1% chance.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's a chance.
So he's higher on the less than 1% chance.
The Jets would have to play perfect, and if there's anything the Jets know about playing, it's definitely that they play perfectly.
I was 8%. I think when we went the first year, we were 8%.
You would never know he works for SNY. That Bart.
I think we was 8%. I think we was 8% the year we made it, because remember Rex professed us dead and done because we lost to Atlanta. Remember that? And then all these people lost. It was like, wait, we're not dead, and we won, and we got in. We did damage.
So now's a great time to remind you that the ESPN New York holiday party's back. Both the Michael K. Show, Hahn and Rosenberg, bringing you the holiday cheer at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, on Friday, December 12th. You going to be in attendance at your mother's house? December 12th?
Probably not.
Probably not. But once again, at least you won't get Jet propaganda if he's not in the building. But once again, collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off 1 p.m. Friday, December 12th.
I might pull up then.
Might pull up for the kids. At your mother's house, brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid. I think we spiked. What's this that he's drinking over here? It might be spiked.
I mean, I can't confirm nor deny.
We take a break. Bart Carlin going to
myself.
12:30 right here on 880 ESPN, ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is the Michael K. Show.
You can't build a team because somebody is a favorite of your fan base. You know what your fan base really wants? They want to make the playoffs. They want to have a chance to win a World Series. They don't want you to have a $340 million payroll of players they really like and not make the playoffs. You have a bunch of creepy people on the team that don't do interviews, that don't sign autographs, and you know what? They go out and win. That's all fans should care about.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
It's one of them ones right here. It's one of them ones, baby.
Tom was acting like he had a Miss Jackson, you know what I'm saying? He was happy, then he was sad. It was like he was going through. It's like sometimes he's pull up, he looked like he just, you know what I'm saying, had a great morning, you know what I'm saying? She hooked him up before he went to work.
Yo, can we hear that? Because SZA did this, it's just us against the world, because she flipped this song.
She did?
Yeah.
With DJ Khaled. Okay, yeah, that's actually one of my favorite songs.
It's one of your favorite songs, and yet you didn't know it existed.
No, because you was like, just 50, it's on my playlist. Want me to show you?
Yeah, let me hear that. Just played it right into the microphone. Tom, so whatever happened with this relationship? Did it go anywhere?
There was never any Miss Jackson.
And it was a sister. He's just, I'm offended that he's ashamed to date a sister.
I'm not. Please don't play that into the microphone. Get that off. That better. Yo, I don't trust that the lyrics are not clean on that.
No, it's a singing song. DJ Khaled don't curse.
I've heard many songs with DJ Khaled.
SZA might say something reckless on there.
No, not SZA.
She might say.
I'm looking up the lyrics right now.
She might have a.
Yeah, no, she ain't saying that. DJ Khaled ain't saying no smoke. Trust me. He's a happy man. He don't cuss. We the best. We love you.
I don't remember.
God loves you. I love you. I am DJ Khaled. I am the best.
By the way, so Tom needs our advice on something. He's got this food eating contest tomorrow. He's got to eat.
You got a food eating contest, Tom?
Yeah, he's got glizzies he's got to take to the throat.
Glizzies?
Pause. They're not glizzies. No, it's a giant pizza. Okay. I have to eat in a half hour, and I'm doing it for a free t-shirt.
18 inches.
Bro. 18 inches?
Yeah.
You taking 18?
You're taking 18 right to the...
Dang!
Right to
my dog taking the whole 18,
right to the mouth.
Okay.
He's got 18 inches.
I tell you what, so you may not remember this, but when I was on the Fan, Maggie Gray took down a whole pizza. She had to do it within our showtime, and it almost killed her, but she did it. And, like, after that, Chernoff came in like, you can't do that ever again.
Why not?
Because it's like an HR violation. She throw up or something, get sick on the job. But she ate the whole pizza.
Yeah,
this is the key. Eat the crust first, brother.
See, I'm told this is like a very super thin pizza too. So I think the plan is to just stack 2 slices on top of each other and then just go to town like that.
Just so you know, it takes 15 minutes for the stomach to know that it's full. So your first 15 minutes, you got to get out. You know what I'm saying? Then pace yourself later, because then that signal is going to go to your brain that you're pretty full.
How long do you got to get it done?
I believe it's 30 minutes.
How big is 18 inches? Let me see with your hand. Show me with your hand.
Wait.
I'm just trying to figure out, man. I'm trying to wrap my head around this thing.
Envision it for us.
Wait, you trying to wrap your head around 18 inches?
No, I'm trying to figure out, what it looks like. I'm trying to get a visual.
When does the no Diddy get inserted in here?
No, I don't need no Diddy because it's about time. I'm just trying to see what he's dealing with. He dealing with some Lexington Steel?
Man, whoa, that's a line.
Wesley Pipes?
Yo, please save that as a drop. That cannot. That's got to remain. That's got to remain on this station.
I'm good.
What, my part or Tom's part?
What you just said.
I'm just saying
about the 18 inches. Now, so 30 minutes. I don't feel like. I feel like
Maggie did it in like an hour.
And you've got
30 minutes.
You've got the frame of someone who can eat a lot.
I think she did a large. What's a large?
A large there?
24?
No, like a large at this place, I think is like
a 24. I'm saying
14 or 16.
I'm saying a typical large is. So this is an extra large pizza.
This is their version of I think it's a double XL.
Ah. What's that like a BB? What's that called?
BBL.
No, the B on the site. That's a BBC.
Okay, we're just.
Oh, I know.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
It took me some time, but Bart and his sinful ways.
If we keep up with these elaborations, we're gonna have to go to break.
The point is, let's give him a strategy so that he can be successful.
I told him eat the crust early on.
He's got a shirt, right? Do you want a shirt?
I believe I get a free shirt if I win. Yeah,
bro, eat the crust, and then it's easier to eat the pizza that way. But eat the crust. That's the hardest part to chew because it's dry. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's probably a thin crust. But if it has a little fold to it, you want to eat those first, and then see do you get butter? Do you get something that you can dip the sauce into? I mean, the bread, and eat it like a breadstick and get rid of that.
I might be able to dip it in water, but not like butter or anything.
Why not?
Isn't milk good for that?
No. Nobody would eat
What is a pizza place going to give me butter with pizza?
No, of course. Papa John's give you butter.
The same Papa John's.
What I'm saying is they might have like a sauce or something, marinara sauce, something that.
But doesn't that make you more full?
Yeah, but it wets it down though. So it helps break it down. You know
it wets down.
That's why people eat glizzy. They put it in water and eat.
I understand that, but marinara sauce is different from water.
It's wet though. Still wet.
Yeah, I mean 18 inches. You want it to be wet.
It could be difficult if it wasn't.
All right, let's go to Jose in Brooklyn to save us from this madness. There's your advice, Tom. So do with that as you
will. Yeah, we're going to have to take a course in HR, man.
What's up, Jose?
Oh, good morning, guys. Shout out to the company and hello to Tom.
No, don't put the company in this one. They don't want no part of the words of Ty and Bart Scott does not reflect the values and course
chill out, man.
of
We
the
good,
ESPN
baby.
Organization.
We don't want no parts of what just happened there. That treachery. What you got, Jose?
Oh, man. All right. So I was definitely enjoying the talk. It's hilarious. And when you guys are on the air, it is truly, entertaining. So I wanted to talk about, because you were doing a masterful job in the first hour, Ty, breaking down the NFL games. And, I do think.
Masterful.
Oh, okay.
It's a low.
Yeah, of course, man.
Take that.
It's a low
Mr.
bar.
NFL analyst, Mr. I played.
Yeah, that's just good.
Masterful.
Yeah, it's easy for you to sound masterful when you listen to me and get up before you come on the show.
Oh, here we go. Now it is. Now I'm stealing his material.
Oh man. So here's the thing that I wanted to, talk about was, that Cowboy game and that Chief game. And one thing that I do think is a little understated, because we all know what would have happened if the Cowboys had lost this game, and the criticism that a certain Cowboys quarterback would have received, and how it was once again a big moment where, it was Patrick Mahomes on the other side, and he didn't come through, and that wasn't the case. He actually did come through. He actually did play, and to me, I think that, I know that he's not, one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen, but to me, he is just so underrated for all the critique that he's got. He's actually been very good, and just like how certain people may like Mark McCarthy as a coaching candidate because he brings 11 wins every year. Dak Prescott, without him, I don't know where the Cowboys would have been when he's been their quarterback tenure, because you can obviously make that case that he has been that important, even though there has been Zeke Elliott and Michael Parsons and other players that you may want to argue that may have had a bigger impact. But I think that we got to give him a little bit more respect. And to me, I'm sorry, he is a little bit more accomplished than the Golden Boys like Herbert and others.
I've been super critical of Dak Prescott to the point where Tad is called up here and we've argued on the air. But this year and last year, I have to say that Dak is an elite quarterback. And I had put Jalen Hurts above him 2 years ago, but Dak Prescott is definitely top 5 quarterback this year. I think outside of Matthew Stafford, nobody's playing a position better, right? And more
could argue I guess, but
but he's playing paper champions. He played one team with a winning record.
And he beat that team.
Yeah, but that's a team with a wacky D defense too. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is he's played Green Bay. He's played Green Bay. He's played Philly twice.
Let's not forget Drake May also beat the Jets, who you have going to the Super Bowl.
Nah, I had him going to the winning the last 5 to end up with 7 wins.
I think it was.
I don't think they can go to the playoffs with 7 wins.
But go ahead.
But I mean, what it is, and you really have to give Schottenheimer, who seemed like a throw-in, you have to give him credit for what he's done. What he's added to this team is mental toughness. We've always seen his team fold. Yesterday, when Patrick Mahomes cut it to 3, we'd have saw them lose it. They would have ran the ball, they would have punted right.
When they took the lead by 1.
And they came right back. And listen, they didn't run the ball and try and let's get Kansas City to use their timeouts. Let's try and kick the ball, hope we can hold on. No. He said, we're going to throw our way. You can't check our receivers on the outside because just think, if any one of those balls are dropped, clock stops, right? But he's like, nah, man, we got the advantages on the outside. We're going to go to work. So you got to tip your cap there.
Dave in Brooklyn. What's up, Dave?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Oh, man, Bart, I got to say something to you. Flag on the play.
Oh, flag on the play.
Yo, how do you say those 2 lines back to back? That right there was diabolical.
Oh, you talking about? But that
I can't repeat what you just said on the radio, man. I was like, wow.
I was speaking on behalf of Tom. I was foreshadowing for Tom. Because I wanted Tom. I want listen.
You was the one who said those words.
Yes.
2 lines.
Yes. But I wanted Tom to be forced to be on camera to show himself with his hands split trying to measure.
I'm listening on the radio. I can't see nothing. All I can do is hear. And what I heard come out of your mouth was way out of pocket.
It was for Tom.
Way out of pocket.
No,
now,
I get that. I get to know Diddy.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think that the Dallas how about them Cowboys? How about that? And do you think that they could run the table?
Absolutely. I expect them to run the table. And now, where everybody else stay.
Season, who they played for the rest of the season, honestly, I think they can win out.
Yeah,
I think they can win out. Even the Lions, I think they can beat the Lions.
Of course. Listen. No. Listen, if you would have watched me on my other platform, you would have known that I picked them to win out because because the Lions may not have Ross St. Brown to help them out, and they're really struggling without LaPorta as well. So it's putting the ball in their hands way too difficult. And you're saying, well, the Cowboys are on the road. Yeah, they're on the road, but they're on the road in a dome where they're very comfortable. So it's not like they're going to be out there like, here's a team from the South that's walking around and it's hot outside, and now they got to go to some cold elements. So I expect them to beat them, and then the rest of their games are in
Minnesota, home for Minnesota.
McCarthy is – who's even playing? McCarthy's not even playing.
What's his kid? I forgot his name already.
Exactly. He's that good.
They've got a home game against the Chargers, who any given week you just don't know which Chargers team.
But they're so beat up, they don't have any tackles.
Yeah, Slater and Joel. Now you have back-to-back games on the road to end your season. Christmas Day against the Commanders. Jaden might be back, but their season's
who cares? They can't stop nobody.
And then you've got the Giants with Jackson Dart.
Barbecue chicken.
How about that?
Barbecue chicken.
Yo, could you imagine?
Barbecue chicken. They
it's
stopped
a win and get
Dallas.
in for Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a win and get in for Dallas, and the Giants hand them an L to end their season.
Yeah, that'd be diabolical.
Don't sleep on that. Dallas.
How many people gonna play for? How many people gonna play for the Giants? You know what usually happens? Guys start saying, "Oh, my back hurt. Put me on IR."
Listen, Kafka is interviewing for this job. He is going to try to win.
Kafka is not some of those stars.
That's
usually
true.
Stars be like, I'm gonna go get this surgery, or I don't want to risk getting hurt. I'm not fully healthy. Let's not mess me up having to go into the offseason.
And if that happens, and you can sniff that out, you might get traded. If you're Joe Schoen, like we're trying to build a culture. That's what everybody likes to say.
I thought we were trying to build a draft pick.
Well, he can't worry about that when he's auditioning for this job.
Yeah, he's auditioning, not some of the players.
That'll be fun, man. Win and get in for the Cowboys.
He sent him home. That's kind of like Rex sending the Jets home when y'all was what was y'all 10-5?
10-5, riding a 5-game winning streak or 6-game winning streak, and Fitz throws 3 picks in Buffalo. That was sad.
Sent y'all ass home.
Hockey fans. I know Bart Scott's a big hockey fan.
From Hockey Town.
And holiday shoppers join Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL store in Manhattan, West Plaza. That's a block from the Garden, Tuesday, December 2nd from 3 to 6:30 p.m. They'll be talking all things NHL, joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 apparel and headwear as they launch their new assortment in the NHL shop, New York City. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live on Tuesday, December 2nd from the NHL shop in Manhattan. 800-919-3776. We're streaming live on YouTube, talking to you on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
ESPN Bet is becoming the score bet this December. The same betting app you love with a new look and promos curated just for you. Existing ESPN Bet customers don't have to change a thing. Your account, wallet, and bets will all remain the same. Plus, kick things off right now by logging in and claiming a 100% profit boost. More action, more rewards, more for you. The score bet coming this December. 21 plus, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Did you double back with Miss Jackson twice?
No,
sorry, Miss Jackson.
No, this is the SZA Khaled one.
Oh, okay. Oh, so now you can play it, but I couldn't play it.
Against the world. Nah, but he's not playing the lyrics.
Why not? Ready?
I didn't have time to go through them, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
Yeah, but if you play Miss Jackson, we don't know what it is. If you play the hook,
you can hear you can hear
the difference, the nuance.
You can hear.
Nah, it sounds exactly the same.
It sounds like it sounds modulated
to the trained ear. Yeah. Come on, man.
I'm a music guy.
Right, DJ Killer Groove. Our people listening can't tell the difference. They think we playing the same damn thing.
Very accurate. That's a bad job by you.
That's why you got to put some of the words in there. Bro, even when it's come up,
Tom.
ready for the ride.
See?
You want me to play for it?
Go ahead. Do it. You know what? Do it.
Let's not do this.
Do it, boy.
It's no cussing, man.
Do it,
Let's
boy.
not do this because we can't play this on YouTube.
Why don't you trust me?
No, I trust you. I'm saying we can't play this on YouTube.
We can't play lyrics on YouTube. We get hit with the copyright.
Come on, man.
And
we
all
Disney.
that.
We Disney.
Feel me?
We Disney. We got that cheese.
You trying to save jobs out here.
Ready for the die, did it?
All of a sudden you tune in Monday. Bart Scott is no longer here.
Q-tip. You can. Damn, I just shocked the hell out of
Yo,
myself.
we got celebrities on this show. Q-tip, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. You do like Dahmer.
Yo.
No, people thought Dahmer was handsome.
Nobody thought. Nobody thought that.
That is not true. Ask our callers.
All right, here we go. 800-919.
That's how you're
That's how you're attracted.
Subi
in Midtown. No, I'm going to take it back. Subi in Midtown.
Yeah.
Is it true that Is it true that people thought Jeffrey Dahmer was handsome?
Yes.
Oh, ask Katy Perry. She has him in the song, right?
Yeah, no, but that's how he lured the men to his house.
I don't think that's what he did. I think he was
did.
Slipping, I think he was slipping drugs in their drinks.
No. You thinking about Manson, man? That's how Jeffrey Dahmer. People out there to know he was a handsome man that spent time in the army, and then he used to lure men because he was handsome, and he would try and have relations with them.
He was also slipping,
No.
Yes, he was.
That's after he get him back to the room.
Hey, Subi, what did you want to say about the Ravens and the Jets?
Yeah, so I'm in a bad mood because I had some bad turkey last night, dry turkey.
Oh,
so I'm in a bad
you had some
mood.
dehydrated turkey? You got to inject the turkey, Subi.
No, I mean, it's my sister made it, so I can't say anything bad to her.
Yes, you can.
You just said it on the radio.
Yes, you can.
And now it's out there.
Shout her out, Subi. What's her
your
name?
sister's name?
Well, she doesn't listen. But
this is gonna get back to her.
Right. But I'll get back to her, Subi. What's her name?
If you know who Subi in Midtown sister is, let her know. He thought her turkey was trash.
It was dehydrated. Tell her next time at least cook it in the oven bag.
Yeah, I had to pretend that it was good, but I had to take out my anger on Lamar Jackson because you guys been saying, Mark's been saying that they're gonna make a run. They didn't make any run. And
they still can.
They did make the run. Listen, they're going to
won 5 straight.
Subi, you know what's crazy, Subi? They still going to be in first place because Buffalo going to beat the brakes out of the Steelers.
I don't know, man.
Man, come on, man.
What does injured have to be with turning the ball over, fumbling the ball? But that
has a lot to do with it. When he's not as mobile, he's falling back, and now he's lost control. Like
and his mechanics are all jacked up.
Yeah,
man.
you see,
look at
missing
his feet,
guys.
He's selling the ball high, and then the other one when he's trying to get away, the ball gets smacked out of his hands. Likely thing, I think the likely play changed the game because if likely didn't have to reach the ball out to score. All he had to do was hold on to the ball. He would have fell in the end zone.
Zay Flowers touchdown, which should not have been an OPI. I mean, once you extend the arm, I guess.
But that's wacky.
But he also didn't.
We just watched
that.
Watson do the same thing. Yeah,
he didn't need to do that.
Right.
And then he had the fumble late in the
Then you
game.
let a team like that hang around, and they start playing well.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, anybody know about Jeffrey Dahmer? Call up. That's how he took advantage.
Let's not do this again.
Wait,
if you watch the documentary, that's what. Did you watch the documentary?
I watched it.
Did you watch that, Tom?
I didn't watch the documentary, but I had to deal with people calling me this for the past year.
Yeah, see, so you should have understood why they were actually telling you you're handsome.
You're handsome. It's not offensive.
It's because he's a killer. I don't want to be compared to one.
Listen. You got this thing all wrong, brother. They're not calling you a serial killer and a creep. They're saying you're handsome.
No, when we did the poll on Twitter with DNR, people were comparing other serial killers to the way I looked.
Yeah, that's known when as a serial killer is not a good thing.
You know, what's his name? The crazy Marilyn Manson looked like the dude that play on Get 'Em Greek. You don't know?
No, I don't know.
You don't know the Get 'Em Greek guy?
No.
Oh, you don't watch TV?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty uncultured.
So I actually remember him more from the documentary. In the documentary, he was not a handsome fella. That's what I'm saying.
Is that unhandsome right
Maybe he's a little bit more handsome.
Is that unhandsome right there?
That's a compliment. We got to take a break. We got Chris Cansey.
Actually, Tom, you got some work to do to catch him.
Of Unsportsmanlike coming up. Well, good thing he's going to eat 18 inches of pizza tomorrow. That's going to help his physique.
How big is 18 inches?
On 880 ESPN and streaming live on YouTube.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Abbreviated show today. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott going to 12:30, leading you into the Rangers, who are in Boston taking on the Bruins. At Ty D. Butler, at Bart Scott 57, at Bart Carlin, streaming live on YouTube.
But you're not getting more. You're still getting the same juice that you get before. You're just getting it all more condensed.
Unless you are
more concentrated.
Unless you're eating Subi and Midtown Sisters turkey, you're not getting any juice.
Yeah, that's dehydrated. See, listen, you need to tell your sister. Let me tell you how my daughter does it. She put cheese fabric on top, right? She put the cheese stuff on, like the fabric, the cheese, whatever it is on there. She put she stuffed in like underneath the skin. She put like herbs and stuff in there. Then she shoot that thing like 4-5 times with some juice. You know what I'm saying? She inject it. Then she cook it that way, slow roasted. She don't put it in the actual pot. She had the pan and all her fixings and carrots and onions. And then she put it on like a rack inside the pan, so it's not sitting in the juice, so it's cooking all underneath, getting crispy too, so it's not that soggy underneath, crispy on the top. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my daughter, man. She's doing her thing. I'm going to buy you a pony. Actually, I did buy her a pony because I bought her a Bronco for her birthday last year. So I actually did buy my daughter a pony.
Flex on him. It's 12:02
with the lift kick because she's 6'2".
On this Black Friday, on this Black Football Friday.
Black Friday for Black Time.
So what's that mean, Bart Scott?
It's the power hour. 18 strong.
I was just going to say you got to go 18
18 strong, Tom.
We need 18 inches of that power hour.
Man, Lex can still be proud.
The Chris Canty report is driven by Ramsey Mazda.
Chris know who Lexington still is. He grew up on him.
We waiting for Chris Canty. He did his morning show. I saw him in his pajamas on on TV yesterday.
I saw Crizzy when I was coming over here. He's walking by some flowers for the missus, who he said the missus did her thug dizzle. Put her foot in. She put her whole foot in that Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I'm saying?
As we say hello to my man Chris Kenny. Happy Thanksgiving, big bro. What's going on, baby?
Oh, thanks, man. Not much, man. It's the weekend. It's a happy holiday. I just want to say this, boys. I dominated Thanksgiving. My wife hooked it up. She had them ducks righteous.
You had ducks?
We had the stuffing. We had ducks. We don't do turkey in my household, Bart. We don't do turkey.
Is it crispy duck?
It's crispy. She got the orange demi-glaze on there, the Chinese 5 spice. It's outstanding, bro.
Then you have some shrimp concoction I saw you talking about. There was shrimp, some shrimp going on.
See, I can't do duck.
Oh, man, listen. So I had shrimp tempura. I had seafood stuff.
Man, see, you haven't elevated.
I had bacon wrapped dates.
Bro,
no, it's not this. Hold on, bro. We still had the mac and cheese, the collard greens, the cornbread, the candy yams, the stuffing.
I get that, but that's elevated right there, brother.
It's too elegant. I was going to say, Chris, don't forget where you came from, my man.
Orange demi-glaze?
No. First, I never forget where I came from, but I'm always willing to learn new things. And I got to shout out my brother, Jonathan, the butcher over at Park Ridge, B&M Market. Okay. He hooked me up with a lot of the hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, you got to have. See, here's the problem,
you had meat on toasted bread?
Bart, let me explain to you how you win Thanksgiving. So you just can't run in there and bum rush Thanksgiving dinner. That ain't going to work because you're going to eat one big plate. You're going to crash the car. You're not going to have a chance to get to everything that you want to. So here's how I won Thanksgiving. Here's how I scripted my first 15.
Okay.
At 1 o'clock, I passed around all of the hors d'oeuvres. We had about 6 or 7 different hors d'oeuvres. We passed them around. See, that's the thing that tied you by.
That's that Michelin star stuff right there, man.
Yeah, until we have the late window kick on the main dinner.
Now, do y'all have to turn the TV?
Wait, let him get. Can my man explain himself?
You're right.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're like we got the entrees at 4 o'clock, and then right as that game is wrapping up, you have your second plate, and then around halftime of a late night game, the nightcap, you have the third plate with the dessert, bro. That's how you dominate Thanksgiving.
How many Scrooge McDucks did you kill?
So it was 8 of us, and we had 2 ducks total. Ducks were harmed.
So you had the LeBron. So you had the LeBron Game 6 2012 performance. That's in Boston. That's the type of performance you had yesterday. You dominated.
Don't tell me you had no.
Dominated, bro.
Did you have foie gras? Did you have foie gras or whatever that's called?
Foie gras?
Yeah, foie
we didn't have no foie gras.
Okay.
Chris got you got too bougie to me, man. It's just something.
Foie
gras?
He's just hors d'oeuvres and passing around. I just feel like.
But bruh, how is it bougie? I'm giving you. Here's the main things we had. Okay, we had the duck, we had the honey baked ham, we had the collard greens, we had the cornbread, stuffing, the candy yams.
Cool.
You know, so like, we had everything that you normally had, but we added in a couple of things to take it to the next level.
Yeah,
so we had the balsamic Brussels sprouts with the pancetta on there.
See?
We had the seafood stuffed shrimp. We had the spinacapita. We had the Wagyu pigs in a blanket. Like, we had those things to just take it up another notch.
See, this is how you flex on them, let them know that your experience is not everybody else's experience. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced some stuff that I like, and I'm going to incorporate that into my traditional dinner. I feel you on that. I ain't mad at it.
This is like his version of...
Well, Bart, see, this is why you saw me getting the flowers for my wife earlier this morning.
I saw you.
Because my wife cooked it up for Thanksgiving meal. The best Thanksgiving dinner that she's done to date.
And she's pregnant.
I had to make sure that.
And she fed the baby.
And she's pregnant. She's 34 weeks pregnant and made Thanksgiving dinner for 8 people.
So you talked about your performance.
She is the MVP.
I was going to say, you talked about your performance. Her performance is even better.
Oh, yeah. She's our franchise player, dog.
She's about to get that max deal, baby.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, we got to renegotiate. I got to give her a max contract.
No, bro, on that renovation, that's the signing bonus and the long-term deal. You good, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real quick, can you tell our audience that story you told about there was a lineman standing next to you and why he was still in the game? He needed some more money. Can you please tell that story?
Man. Yeah. So my man Kevin Clark had me on the This Is Football podcast earlier this week, and he asked me a question that I hadn't been asked in the decade plus I've been working in this industry, which was, what was the funniest thing I heard on an NFL field? And so once upon a time, I was playing for a team, not going to name the team, not going to name the player, obviously, but it's garbage time. We got a double-digit lead, and, you know, we're out there hunting sacks and trying to get our stats up. And this particular player, who was a really, really good player at his position, a guy that had really, really good numbers up until that point in that season, he was still in the game. And I couldn't understand why he was in the game, you know, and I'm a guy that's got 2 or 3 sacks. I'm like, well, it makes sense for me to still be in the game to get more sacks, but why are you in the game? His reason for wanting to be in the game is because he had to pay for some personal improvements for his side piece, and he wanted to make sure that he got his bonus in his contract that year, because the bonus money was money that his wife would not see missing out of his check. So it was money he could slide to the side piece without the wife knowing. One of the wildest things that I'd ever heard. The funniest thing was, I'm looking at the offensive linemen on the other team while we're telling this story, and they're laughing too. It's hilarious.
It's resourceful. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I'm just curious, and maybe you don't know the answer to this. Was he successful in his,
Did he get it?
Like, was he able to get it done?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, with that type of determination, you know what I'm saying?
He was. I will put it to you this way, Ty. He was happy to do it.
Man.
See, if his side piece wasn't happy, she could mess up the happy home. Then that would have cost him a lot more.
God rewards those who work hard. I guess is
faith.
Man, why are you gonna bring God into this?
Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works.
Oh my God.
All right, Chris. Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. The biggest takeaway of that game for you, was it Dallas or was it Kansas City?
It's Dallas, and I said it after their win against the Philadelphia Eagles, but they're the team in the NFC that nobody wants to play. As a matter of fact, both of the Texas teams are teams that nobody wants to play right now. I feel the same way about the Houston Texans in the AFC, but the reason why I think the Dallas Cowboys are fascinating is because we know how potent their offense is. It's the number 1 offense in the league. But now, when you look at what their defense is doing, specifically their front seven, their ability to be able to stop the run, the pressure the passer, it now creates a scenario where what you do on the offensive side of the ball matters, right? Because with the Dallas Cowboys, for the first couple of months of the season, best offense in the NFL, but it doesn't matter because their defense makes the opposing team's offense better. Well, now that's not the case. So with Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson being added to that front seven, DeMarvion Overshown coming back, Malik Hooker coming back from injury, your team is now built the right way. Your defense is strong in the middle and it's strong from front to back. That's what you want it to be. That's how you play well. So when you start factoring in how good George Pickens is, you start factoring in how good CeeDee Lamb is. Now that defense, the trenches, the offensive line, the defensive line, they're good enough for the Dallas Cowboys where all of the other accoutrements actually matter. And so that's the thing that I think is fascinating as we move into the December and January months, the playoff style football. And Bart knows this. Football starts to change this time of year, and the Dallas Cowboys are built to play this style of ball.
I want to talk about the team on the other side who's been in every AFC championship game since I think the last 7 years. They say don't pronounce somebody dead until you see the body. Is it time to put that nail in the coffin for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, I don't know if we lowering the casket, but they in the hospital in the bed with that little machine beeping on life support. You know, beep, beep. Like that's what
walk in the mile,
right
walk
now,
in the mile, getting right with Jesus on the old Sparky.
Bart, that offensive line got whooped from pillar to post.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the brakes beat off of them. Like, I know that they were down at the end of the game 3 linemen. I'm not sure if those dudes got hurt or if they tapped out. because it feels like the latter, knowing how Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark and Osa Odigizua just took turns whooping up on that interior trio for the Kansas City Chiefs. Those guys, I know they got a bank full of pride, but it didn't show in yesterday's game. That was probably the most surprising thing for me. Think about this, Bart. The Kansas City Chiefs were 5 of 13 on third downs.
Yeah.
6 of those third down conversion attempts came in 3rd and 3 or less. The Kansas City Chiefs only converted half of those, and none of them in the fourth quarter. The league average for converting on 3rd and 3 or less is 60%. So that just goes to show you that the Kansas City Chiefs, when they needed to run the ball, when they needed to assert their will in physical situations with the game on the line, they just couldn't do it. And the guys on the other side could. And, of course, you had the huge drop on third down, Rashee Rice, 9.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Can't happen. Travis Kelce had a drop. It ended up not mattering because it was a holding penalty. But they're just plays that are uncharacteristic from some of the key actors on that Kansas City Chiefs offense. And it only got exacerbated by how much improved this Dallas Cowboys defense is.
And which is go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask you, who's the team to beat in the AFC? Because I don't believe in the Patriots. I can see anybody going into New England and beating them there. I don't know about the Bills. I don't know about Danny Dimes and the broken fibula. I don't know if C.J. Stroud, if the Texans can take that show on the road because they haven't been able to take the show on the road. Like Denver Broncos, Bro Nix has been playing inconsistently. We don't even know if Herbert and them make it to the finish line. Jacksonville Jaguars, who you got?
Man, I got to tell you this, Bart. I mean, the Denver Broncos are the team that's currently in the playoff field that I think is scary. Like, they're a team that I think is scary. Bo Nix has been inconsistent, but I will say this. He is coming off of one of his better performances as a pro that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. He made some big boy throws on that last drive in order to position them for go-ahead points. But if we're talking about the team that's the scariest in the AFC, I think it's 2 teams that are right now outside looking into the playoffs. I think the 2 teams that would scare me, the Houston Texans, who I mentioned before, who you talked about, but also the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm. Wait, what happened to what happened to the Chris Cassidy that I knew and loved? The Bengals led by overrated Joe Burrow? Wait, what happened?
But those,
listen,
wow.
I never said Joe Burrow was overrated.
You think they're getting in?
I just wasn't. Yeah. Well, Bart, here's the thing. And people don't realize this, and I don't know why they wouldn't, because the Cincinnati Bengals are only 2 games back with 5 games to go, and they got another game that they play against the Baltimore Ravens. But that's neither here nor there. The Cincinnati Bengals are a team, Bart, that I think has what it takes to be able to do some things. They've got the Buffalo Bills on deck in Week 14. They've got the Baltimore Ravens back in Week 15.
Payback.
And then after that, Bart, the Cincinnati Bengals finish off at Miami, home against Arizona, home against Cleveland.
But their defense is garbage.
Bart, it wasn't garbage last night. They had 5 takeaways. They had 5 takeaways. They gifted the Bengals offense 3 short field possessions in the first half alone. Bart, you keep saying that they're garbage. They scored on defense against the New England Patriots. Like, the defense is starting to trend in a positive direction and getting Joe Burrow back, man.
I can't
I'm telling you, that's going to be big for them.
I can't believe my man Chris Candy's riding with the Bengals.
I don't know if I can go with the Bengals.
Here's what I say about Joe Burrow. I've been critical of him in the past. I said he wasn't elite. There's only 3 people on. There could only be 3 people on the medal stand, right? There's gold, silver, bronze. Ain't nobody got a wood medal that they passing out for 4th place. But I will say this: if Joe Burrow can find a way to get this team in the playoffs, then I will crown Joe Burrow as one of the elite quarterbacks.
Wait.
Here's the other thing I'm going to say, Ty. Let me get this out. People don't realize this, but there is a very real scenario that the top 3 teams in the AFC North finish 9 and 8. And do you know who would have the tiebreak?
Well, it would be the Bengals because they would have one out.
It would be the Cincinnati Bengals. Exactly. And they have the best division record.
Dang.
They're right now 3-1 in the division.
Dang.
So,
Wait,
again.
But I just have a question. I want to ask you this. You said if he wins out, gets this team to the playoffs, he's elite. What if They finish a game short, but I mean defensively they're not playing as well as they have the last couple weeks. But he's elite in that stretch. What then happens?
No. The results matter. The results matter. Just because you train hard.
Oh, he thought he had you.
Yeah. The results matter. Like if you finish 9
I thought I was going to have you there.
Thought you gonna trip him up.
But let me ask you this.
Too savvy for that.
Let me ask you this about Josh and Lamar, because I just can't help but to think about, and I used this analogy earlier, like when Jordan retired in the mid-'90s, there was, time for all of the people who couldn't get past him, like the Knicks, to eat. And then Olajuwon gets his 2 rings. If Patrick's not in the playoffs, like how deflating is that for Josh and Lamar to squander this opportunity? And obviously they're still in their prime, like they still have a long way to go. But this is the year for those guys with unproven quarterbacks at the top of the conference to prove themselves, and yet like they can't get out their own way.
So you're saying for Lamar and Josh Allen, how disappointed would it be?
Yeah, like it's a lot. Isn't there a ton of pressure on those 2 quarterbacks? I know Lamar's hurt, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the bar to clear is for them. Is it getting into the playoffs? Is it going on a deep playoff run? Based on your hypothetical, what's the bar that you're trying to clear for them? Like, how far would those? I'm trying to figure out what you're setting up.
If Patrick is not in the playoffs, if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, Josh or Lamar, one of those guys, they have to get to the Super Bowl. Like, there's no excuse.
But I mean, you're saying that there's a very real possibility that they don't make it to the playoffs, both of them.
Yeah, I know. And that's
on the board. That's absolutely on the board. Listen, if they don't make it to the playoffs, it's a fireable offense. And for Sean McDermott specifically, if he doesn't at least win a playoff game, I think it's on the board that franchise decides to move on from him. I mean, listen, they were the landlords for the AFC East for what? A half a decade?
Yeah.
And New England came and called him?
Now they're looking up at the New England Patriots. And here's the thing. When it comes to the Buffalo Bills, for so long, they've been able to look at the other sideline and say, we got a clear advantage when it comes to quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that anymore. But the New England Patriots can look at the other sideline and say, you know what? We got a clear advantage at head coach.
Yep.
If you're the Pagulas, you can't feel great about that being the dynamic with your football team with one of the most versatile, dynamic players that we've ever seen come in the NFL in the reigning, defending MVP. And I got to say it was an embarrassment what that team looked like on Thursday night in Week 12 against the Houston Texans. Embarrassment. They should feel ashamed of the performance that they put on. And Josh Allen, 3 consecutive games with multiple turnovers. It's an uncomfortable trend in terms of his trajectory and the team overall.
Wait, I thought we weren't allowed to, as a media, blame Josh Allen for everything. I heard someone say that it actually helped improve his MVP case. We're up against the clock because we got to hit the Rangers at the bottom of the hour.
With crispy orange chicken, do you slice that and make a sandwich?
Yeah, you can do a lot of things with that, boy. A lot of things. I'm just telling you, you need to incorporate that.
It's too greasy for me.
Your diet, my brother.
It's too greasy. It's too greasy for me. It's too greasy for me.
But the citrus cuts the fat, though, Bart. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
So you got to have some game with this thing, bro. There's a way to do it.
You eat it with fourquois?
Stop. I'm not messing with you.
Yo, we appreciate you, man. I'm glad you had a great Thanksgiving. Good luck to you and wifey.
I said what up, though.
With the baby pursuit. How many weeks we at now?
34 weeks.
34 weeks.
It depends on if he shoot up the club. It could be quicker.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Nah, there you go.
Hey, based on that performance she had last night in the kitchen, CC might have to reward her. Who knows?
Hey, Bart, what you think the flowers is for?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, take care, man. We'll talk to you next week, bro.
All right, happy holidays.
The Chris Canty Report, driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Quickly, Bart, I know you're, high on the Bills this weekend. They're down both their tackles against the Steelers, Dawkins and Brown.
Is it Mason Rudolph? I mean,
Rodgers is going to play.
You expect them to be down after that ass kicking they took from Hunter and Allen.
Rodgers is going to play. He is going to play.
Wow, is that even real fur? Come on, you too rich for that, bro.
Coming at my man Joe Burrow. Yeah, see
like cotton balls.
See what happens? He walks in here with some fur and
listen, money don't buy you swag. I know he's trying to be swag and he's swag for
Joe Cool
for who he is.
Joe Cool,
but he got a black T-shirt underneath, brother. Come on, man. Be better.
That's Joe Cool to you and me. Now you think you the dude from Next Friday. What's his name? Pinky.
Yeah.
Because you walked in here with the Pinky
man. You almost made me spill my yak on this $200 suit, brother. You hitting them corners too hard, player. Slow down.
Well, this was fun, man.
Was it?
This was a good time.
Okay.
And I got to deal with you for just 30 minutes fewer than the amount of time.
Are you going to film times? Take 18?
Yo, people are sending me like side by side shots of Tom and Dahmer on social media.
18.
He's
you're a brave brother.
I think Tom's more handsome than Dahmer. Dahmer's the better serial killer.
Maybe I'm looking at the person that looked like Dahmer, that played Dahmer. They made him extra handsome. But here he is right here.
All right, we got to get out of here. Have a great weekend.
Oh, you too, man.
Hope
Happy
holidays. Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Bart and Carlin.
This time and a half, right, for working on
ESPN
on
Radio. Streaming live on YouTube. See you next week.
We working next week too? Because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is the Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused